Hello again everybody, and here we are again, coming to the end of the series of videos that I've made for this YouTube channel, and it's with a sense of a good deal of sadness actually that I come to today's talk. And when starting out with this idea, I thought it would be quite useful to learn a bit about making videos or perhaps podcasts to supplement online teaching, which was starting up at the beginning of lockdown. I wondered what would be missing from the classroom experience when lessons were delivered remotely and electronically. I figured that part of it was the individuality that each teacher brings to the classroom, and that one way to recreate a bit of that, a tiny little bit of that, was to build a YouTube channel. As a classicist, I often feel privileged to have a wonderful range of material to share with other people. 2 languages, all of Latin and all of Greek, all the literature that goes with that, hundreds of years of historical events and the sometimes extremely larger than life characters that lived in those times. Social life, everyday concerns, philosophy, religion, festivals, theatre, cooking. But anyone can read about those or indeed subscribe to other people's YouTube channels. With my little project, I wanted to put my personal spin on things and try to get others to look alongside me. That's how I've always aimed to teach in the classroom, and I've shamelessly copied various inspirational other people over the years. I hope that you've enjoyed this journey through the classical world by my side, and I have a small hope that I shall have prompted you to want to know more. It has been an absolute pleasure, as well as a daily sense of fulfilment, to spend time in the company of Cicero, never thought I'd say that, Pericles, Homer and others, and to shrink again in horror at the excesses of the powerful and the tyrannical. The more I read of the classical world, the more it seems to hold warnings for the modern world. In an age where we have in Britain a Prime Minister with a classics degree, happy to ignore the warnings of Greece and Rome, a President of the USA who behaves increasingly like a 3rd century Roman emperor, and a worldwide plague to dwarf the plague of Athens in Pericles' day, it seems more important than ever for us all to learn about the classical world and to learn from the classical world. So in this short final farewell, I'm going to go back more or less to where I started 108 days ago. And that is with Thucydides' history of the Peloponnesian War. Now in the first few chapters he talks about the writing of history. So this comes from Thucydides, Book 1, and it's in chapter 22. And it may well be, says Thucydides, that my history will seem less easy to read because of the absence in it of a romantic element. It will be enough for me, however, if these words of mine are judged useful by those who want to understand clearly the events which happened in the past and which, human nature being what it is, will at some time or other and in much the same ways be repeated in the future. My work is not a piece of writing designed to meet the taste of an immediate public, but was done as a possession forever. Now I don't think I can claim that my little YouTube videos about all the range of things I've talked about are ever going to match the might of Thucydides' account of the Peloponnesian War. But I hope they will have caused you to learn more about the classical world, and with some of the commentary prompted you to learn a little bit from the classical world. So finally I bid you farewell. Just as yesterday I talked about Homer and finally Odysseus coming home, so I have reached the end of my journey with these videos. I hope you've enjoyed them, and I do encourage you to recommend them to other people. Take care, stay safe, and God bless you all.